friendship with losers who can't even pay rent. Yes, your mom was right. I'm just a fuck up. All I do is ruin my life. I wanna see you on Friday after the party, but I don't wanna leave my room. I stay at home smoking weed, watching shit on my TV, 'cause I don't wanna leave my room. Saw your text, but you know I won't come over. Said that I'm sorry, I hardly even go out anymore. Yes, your mom was right. I'm just a fuck up. All I do is ruin my life. I wanna see you on Friday after the party, but I don't wanna leave my room. I stay at home smoking weed, watching shit on my TV, 'cause I don't wanna leave my room. Maybe if you came over to mine, we could both spend a little more time trying to get to know each other underneath the covers. If I said I didn't want you, I'd be lying. Got a couple ideas for us in mind. Only thing is that they all include me, you, and my mattress. I wanna see you on Friday after the party, but I don't wanna leave my room. I stay at home smoking weed, watching shit on my TV, 'cause I don't wanna leave my room. 'Cause I don't wanna leave my room. I'm sad.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? My beautiful ass Funkatarian family. It's your friendly neighborhood mushroom man. It's your boy Max Room, and we back in the building again with another set of reactions. Yeah. Okay. What the hell? All right. Man, hey, that was the banger. I think it's called "Don't Want to Leave My Room" by the Paradox. Yeah, they taking over. They definitely taking over. So, just a quick rundown, right? Since we in the month of October, I want to spice things up by adding a little bit more creepy content to the stream. But I also have to keep it lighthearted. So check me out. What I got planned is a horror flick by Gushers. Remember Gushers back when we were like a kid? We were like tots and shit. Those little fruit snacks that like had juice in it and bust in your mouth. That was kind of crazy. What the hell? Nevertheless, these guys got a goddamn horror flick out. So we're about to get into that. That's gonna be good. Let's see. So yeah, here we have it. The brand new Gushers original horror film. It's gonna be called Fruithead. I know, right? So yeah, let's just jump right into it, chat. Let's get it. God, what was that? What the fuck was that? Did y'all see that? It was a person standing in the corner, chat. Oh shit!
Richard, it's time we talked.
What are you doing in my house? Who are you?
You don't remember me? Funny, because I think of you quite often. Come on now, Richard.
How do you know my name?
Interesting.
Bro,
Would you
this
say
nigga's,
it's
this nigga's terrifying.
driving you fruity?
It's Gushers! They're bursting with fruity flavor!
Radical!
They'll really turn your head!
Whoa.
With a taste!
That'll drive you
Gee, I got chill bumps right now.
Cut! This isn't working. None of this is working. It doesn't feel real. We're done here for today. It must feel absolutely real.
Shit, that's Richard, bro? Oh my god. Bro, not the Gushers Necronomicon, chat. That's hilarious, bro. You cannot be serious. My man's found the ancient magic book to turn niggas to fruit.
Skip it up and that up.
Alright.
And action.
With a taste!
That'll drive you! Ah! 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 Oh God! Ah!
No, that's not the line.
What did you do to me?
Come on. Come on, buddy. We got a commercial to finish.
Richard. I had the art department try the same effect using an emerging technology called CGI.
Radical! Oh, that's even better.
Bro, Chad, he didn't know CGI existed. Holy shit. So he turned them into a fucking gusher?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yo, that's crazy. Now my boy is just messed up for life? Insanity, Chad. Absolutely insanity. Yeah, bro, reasonable crash out. Absolutely reasonable crash out.
Let's use that. Okay, people, that is a wrap. Woo! All right.
He's talking about, yeah, let's do that. And he just walks off. Yeah, no, bro, we got to get it back in blood, chat. We definitely got to get it back in blood. In blood?
Jacob.
I was a prop to you, Richard.
You feel
One
me?
that you discarded after our shoot and forgot. But I didn't forget. You see, I couldn't. I was reminded every day by strangers pointing and laughing, by the tailor who had to adjust my necklines because the shirts I liked wouldn't fit over my deformed strawberry head.
I didn't understand.
Oh, he got a strawberry head.
I guess things aren't quite so radical anymore, are they, Richard?
Could you imagine, though, Chad? Oh my God. Could you imagine? You gotta live your whole life with a fruit head? Bro, are you serious? Like, he said he had to get all of his shirts customly tailored to fit over his fruit head, bro. This is what he crashing out over. Not even the fact that I mean, yeah, I guess motherfuckers is staring at them crazy, and it's just like, bro, how do you supposed to live a life with a fruit head, bro? That's crazy. You can't go outside because it's like squirrels and birds be like picking at it and shit. Oh shit! Oh my god, that's crazy, man. Reasonable crash out, bro. You definitely got to go get your shit back. You got to get your lick back. My man's got to turn into a banana head or something. Yeah, I'm turning this whole family into fruit at that point. Yeah, nah. Yeah. Y'all all gotta go for the sins of the father. Absolutely. Sorry, but it is what it is.
Skip it up and that up.
Action.
Bro, he took him back to the set. Oh my god.
No. Jacob, I was young and stupid. I know I can't undo all the damage I've caused, but you need to know. I would give up everything I have if I could go back and stop. You forgot about me! No! Jacob, you're wrong! I see you every time I close my eyes! Every time I smell a fruit cobbler!
Are you sure about that?
Jacob.
You talking about every time I smell a fruit cobbler. Every time I close my eyes, I think about you. And every time I smell a fruit cobbler. What the hell?
I deserve your hatred.
You do.
And whatever else I have coming, I need you to know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Is he gonna forgive him, Chat? Hey, Chat, if this dude turns you into a fruit head, would you forgive him? Would you forgive him? After all the birds then pecked at you and stuff, all the girls then laughed at you, it's like, you a fruit head, bro. You a fruit head. Insurance don't cover that. It's like, yeah, no, try to find a healthcare provider that's gonna cover fruit head. That's not, no, that's off the table. You automatically excused from all of this shit. You automatically banned. So nevertheless, hey, you gotta get it back in blood, man. You gotta get it back in blood. That's the only, there is no redemption to this, bro. Hell nah, you can't forgive him. No.
I accept your apology. You do? I do. There's just one problem. We have a commercial to finish.
Exactly.
It's Gushers! They're bursting with fruity flavor!
Radical!
They'll really turn your head!
Whoa, I'll say.
With a taste!
Again! With a taste that'll drive you fruity. It'll drive you fruity.
Gushers! They'll drive you totally fruity!
Hey, Chad. It was short and sweet, but I enjoyed it. That shit freaked me the hell out, man. I wish a nigga would try to turn me into a fruit head. Oh my god. This is all just credits, right? He don't come back. All right, cool. Holy cow, that was absolutely terrifying. I'm not gonna hold you. Jumping into this next video. You know what? I'm finna freestyle for a second. No, not like that, you freaking idiots. But like a freestyle video. Come on.
stealing a police. Cops have to arrest all different.
All right, let's get it. Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of that video, man. That was actually really cool, man. I don't know why Gushers decided to take this route. It's like, I don't know. I think that was like the most random approach to like marketing and advertisement. But like, I really enjoyed it. I can't say that it was like bad in any way. Like, completely original. It was silly as hell, but aren't most horror movies at this point? Yeah, I mean, the Get Back was completely rational, so I don't blame him for it. What's his name? Billy? Danny? I don't know. I'm making shit up at this point. Nevertheless, here we go. We're gonna hop into this next video, and yeah. Let's see what we got to say about this. Hold on, let me slide this over real quick. Okay. All right, so boom. This video is called When Cops Have to Arrest Their Bosses. Man, I love to see it for the simple fact that corrupt, police are at a all-time high in the year 2025. So, it's interesting to see how the law works on the other side. So, with not much ado, let's get right into it.
Different types of people. However, what happens when it's a cop's own boss that he has to put in handcuffs?
There's things that we can do to fix this, buddy.
Here are 4 examples of this incredibly rare situation, starting with the case of Michael Yarbrough. On June 20th, 2023, a Georgia police officer pulled over a Dodge Charger that was going way over the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. However,
bro, he was going 96 in a 35, bro. What? Come on, G. That's crazy. You literally skedaddling down the goddamn street, bro. At a 96 and a 35 is absolutely crazy, bro.
when he walked up to the window, he got a huge surprise.
Chat, is he drunk? Is he drunk? What do y'all think? Let me know.
Really? Yeah.
The man behind the wheel was chief deputy of the local PD, Michael Yarbrough, not the person this officer expected to pull over. But in reality, this changes nothing, and the officer asks Yarbrough to give over his license and registration, something he's not pleased with at all.
Hello? Guess who I just pulled over?
God
Yarbrough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy driving a Dodge Charger, a souped-up Dodge Charger belongs to the sheriff's office. I just clocked this at 96 in a 35.
What was the issue? I mean, why did you speak?
No reason. He's in an unmarked car. He just got a high horsepower car and decided he wanted to play.
It's your traffic stop. You do what you think you should do. I mean, I'm not telling you one way or the other. You can do a 96 and a 35.
Okay. Well, you know I don't care for him, so I'm gonna ride his.
If body cams weren't around, this stop could have gone a totally different way. But it seems like this officer isn't the biggest fan of Yarbrough and decides to issue him a citation for speeding. For some, handing your boss a $500 fine is a dream come true, and it looks like it's the same way for this officer.
Sir, here's your ID back.
I mean, come on, man. It don't matter if he like him or not, bro. It's like, my job is my job, and that's a real police officer, man. He don't hold nobody at a higher standard than the next man, and I think that's what's up. I think that's actually really dope and noble of this of this gentleman of the law. I don't fucking know. Nevertheless, like, yeah, no, that's interesting. I'm sure he had hell to pay once the cameras were off, though. You feel me? I'm sure dude ass pulled rank and did some weird malicious shit to make the citating officer, his life a little bit harder. And that's just the way it goes with these weird power vacuums and circles, and I don't know, bro. These motherfuckers is weird, though.
Your copy of the citation. If you would sign right here. It's got a court date, time it's a must appear. Yes, sir. Please slow down and have a safe day.
In Georgia, speeding tickets are priced based on how much you're exceeding the speed limit. For example, if you're over 24 miles an hour over, you're looking at $500 in fines. However, there's an extra super speeder charge you're liable to if you're going as fast as Yarbrough was. But it looks like this officer decided to mess with his boss even more, as this ticket excluded the extra fee, but instead required him to appear in court. After the incident, Yarbrough was also suspended for 40 hours without pay. However, that's just a fraction of what Corporal Scott Bertzik was hit with after crashing his car while drunk.
Reached out for my lighter, slammed into his ass. Cool. Yeah, not really.
No, it's not cool at all.
Not really. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Your car's fucked up.
No, absolutely. Which I just fucking fixed.
Obviously, Brooke and Scott are familiar with each other, and curiously, Scott holds nothing back when describing exactly how the incident went down. It's clear that Scott is the one at fault here, so before going any further, Brooke decides to call back to the base to ask whether or not it's okay for her to be handling this incident.
This crash, Birdie, so come work it? Okay. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked a crash with one of us in it, so... No, he's not on duty. He's in his POV. I just didn't want there to be any, like, conflict of interest type issues. Alright, that was it. I just wanted to make sure. Yay, bye. Dang it, Birdie.
Brooke is given the go-ahead and told that there should be no issues with her handling this case, but that was before she noticed this.
You good?
Wait.
Huh?
Wait on his way.
He's not coming. Good?
Walking home, but yep, I'm good.
So, Birdie, you giving me some indicators?
Oh.
Here we go.
Listen.
Here we go.
Woman.
Listen.
He said shh. Wait, what did he just say? Did he just shush her?
So, Birdie, you giving me some indicators?
Oh.
Listen.
Woman.
Listen. Valdez is coming out just to... I'm not gonna lie to you about it.
She's on her way?
Yeah, she's on her way. I'm not really comfortable with this whole thing at all, but I'm not gonna lie to you about it.
Oh no, I don't mean to put you in that indie. Yep.
From now on, you know how it goes. You can't consume anything, okay? Because right now you're being detained.
Wait, what?
It's obvious that Scott is under the influence of something. Judging by his slurred speech, slowed reactions, and slight loss of motor control, Brooke is fairly sure he's been drinking. At this point, Scott is no longer her supervisor. He's just a suspect in a case, and what's more, he's drunk and likely unpredictable, a combination which can be incredibly threatening to a female officer.
Please don't make my life difficult.
I would never do that to you.
Okay, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
And I apologize for putting you in that position. Are you on?
Yes, I am. And I'm going to remain on for integrity.
Yeah, bro, you know you cook.
You know you can't smoke right now.
Why?
Because if I'm going to do a DUI investigation, it impedes it, so you can't consume anything. I want to get that dog. This is a really cute dog.
Fear, aggression, issue.
You can always train a dog. You can't consume anything. You're killing me.
I'm trying.
But too late now.
After a short wait, another officer arrives at the scene, meaning they can finally start getting to the bottom of all of this with some sobriety tests. These lasted over 10 minutes, but it's not hard to tell how they went by just looking at a few seconds of them.
You may begin the test.
1, 2,
He's from hell.
3.
Judging by this and the overwhelming amounts of evidence against him at this point, the officers thought it was safe to conclude that Scott had been drinking that night and decided it was time to put him in cuffs. Something he was far from happy about.
There's things that we can do to fix this, but... It's got the hinge locks. Okay. So, good to go? Yeah.
Despite Scott being one of the most polite and respectful suspects ever on this channel, he was actually hit with a better sentence than the majority of criminal cops. After blowing a .156 back at the station, he was charged with driving under the influence and damaging property. He was ordered to pay just under $1,000 in fines, serve 50 hours of community service, and take multiple substance abuse and DUI classes, and had his driver's license suspended for 6 months.
I mean, that's average, though.
He was also sued by the driver of the vehicle he hit, and a cash settlement was reached. And on top of all of that, he also was suspended without pay for a week and given a last chance agreement, meaning one more slip up and he was out for good. Realistically, that's exactly how one of these cases should be handled. But when New Mexico police were put in the same position, they instead showed just how corrupt America's cops can be.
I'm not going to arrest you tonight. If you had any, I just say don't drive.
This cop pulled over a truck in Lordsburg after suspecting the driver may have been drinking. However, after walking up to the window, he was hit with a wave of shock and disappointment.
Hello. The reason I pulled you over because you were kind of swerving back there. You're good?
The driver was the city's mayor, and this was the 3rd time she's been pulled over for this exact offense. And what's worse, she was driving like this with her foster child in the car.
Yeah, we read.
Gee, come on. You can't be all sloppy with your kids, G. Come on.
Registration and your insurance, please. You okay, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We're all good. Just be quiet.
The cops are now in an extremely awkward position, but after a short chat, they decide that they should proceed with the stop normally and do their jobs, at least for now.
Hey, Glenda, you mind stepping out of the vehicle over if you pick her up on my unit real quick? How much have you had?
3 or 4?
3 or 4? Okay.
Yeah.
As Glenda exited the vehicle, both of the officers noticed a strong smell of alcohol on her, and she quickly admitted to having a few drinks that night. Her slow speech and movement implies that she's definitely over the legal limit to drive, but this is the 3rd time she's been pulled over for driving drunk. Will this really be the time she's punished for it? This officer certainly thinks there's a chance.
Please, let me just get him home.
Get who?
Ethan.
You know I'm the type of cop who doesn't give breaks, okay?
Damn.
That doesn't give breaks. When I approached the vehicle, I did notice an odor of alcohol coming from alcohol coming from inside the vehicle. When I observed you walk out, you were kind of swerving all over the place, okay? And then right now, you're just, as you're standing, you're kind of swaying side to side. Thing is, you're the mayor, okay? I'm your employee.
It doesn't matter.
I'm your employee. And now that you're standing downwind, I can smell it. Okay.
Well, I'm not denying it.
Yeah, we could smell it on you, and the way you got out of your vehicle, Glenda, it's not good.
As the officer said, Glenda is their boss, so there's clearly a conflict of interest here. So they call up New Mexico State Police to handle it from here. But when the original cops learn of the outcome, they realize they probably could have done a better job themselves.
So you're right there at that point. I don't think you're quite over the limit off of the clues that I saw, but I think you're right close to it. Where the limit might be .08, I think you're about a .06.
My house is literally right around the
Hey,
corner.
he's trying to give her a way out, Chad. He literally trying to give her a way out. This is absolutely incredible.
I'm not gonna arrest you tonight, okay? But if you've had any, I just say don't drive.
Somehow, despite all the clues that the first 2 officers picked up, the state cops decided she wasn't over the limit when they arrived and was therefore free to drive. Now, there's obviously the debate of corruption here, given that she's the mayor, but let's take his word as fact for now. The cop decided he thinks Glenda is at a .06 right now, but this was an hour after the initial stop was made. Taking into account that your blood alcohol level drops at a rate of around .015 an hour, Glenda was getting extremely close to the coveted .08 she'd be charged for.
Bro, why didn't they just breathalyze her? You can't tell me they don't have any type of breathalyzers where she could just blow on the spot. Like, come on, why are they playing around? He's talking about, yeah, well, if legal's a .8, man, I feel like you're a .6. You look like a .06. Yeah, that's what I can see. Yeah.
for. You may also be wondering why the cops didn't just use a breathalyzer to test her blood alcohol level immediately. The answer there lies in the Fourth Amendment. Cops have to provide probable cause that a driver is impaired before they're allowed to collect chemical evidence that proves this. That's what the sobriety tests are for. The combination of these two problems is what led to Glenda going home that night instead of to jail, why this is her third time being pulled over for this, and why it probably won't be her last. But unfortunately for this next boss, his employee wasn't so kind when it came to his DUI stop.
Stay in your vehicle. Get back in your car.
I'm
drunk?
No, I'm the captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? The big. Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car. Have a seat.
I will. I'm not.
You been drinking tonight?
I just got a ride.
You been drinking
he looks
tonight?
Crazy, Chad. Oh my God. Hold on. Look at this man. Where's my full face? Oh man, he drunk as hell, Chad. What the hell? No, not this.
Yes, sir.
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
He just told him to turn the camera off. That's That's crazy work, bro. Ain't no way in hell you just tell me to turn off the camera. So what? So you could do some weird illegal stuff and try to avoid the law? Nah, bro. This the system that you subscribe to. What you mean turn off the camera, bro? You gotta abide by it.
What division?
Investigations.
How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
No, we not turning off the camera.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
This guy isn't just drunk. He's absolutely hammered, even to the point where he thinks the camera can't hear him whispering. But despite the captain's pleas, the officer refuses to turn off his camera and continues with the investigation.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle. You gotta be kidding me. How much we drink tonight, sir?
I was at a poker game.
Uh-huh. Because you were swerving all over when you turn off you didn't use your signal.
I'm sorry.
How much did you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor?
Yeah.
How
Beer.
many beers?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
That's a lot. I'm sorry, but that's a lot.
4? How long ago was that?
It's been going on a while.
How long ago did you drink your last beer, sir?
What time is it now?
It's 0140.
Midnight.
You think you should drive it?
No, but I came from 4 blocks.
Your mom lives here.
I live here.
You live here?
Yes.
Come over to the rear of your vehicle.
Okay.
You got any weapons or anything on you?
I do not, sir.
Those must have been a strong few beers, as not only was he stumbling over his words, but apparently also swerving across both lanes on his way home. The captain is then searched and told to stand in the open where he's tested on his balance and sobriety.
Hands down by your side, please. Look straight ahead. You see the tip of my pin, sir?
I do.
I want you to follow the tip of my pin without moving your head, okay? Come over here, it's a little bit more level. I'm going to demonstrate for you first. While I'm demonstrating, I want you to stand with your feet together, hands down by your side, just like this. All right, sir? What's your name?
Matt French.
Matt French? Mr. French, stand just like that for me. When I tell you to begin, okay, I'm just going to demonstrate for you first. I want you to pick a foot of your choosing. It doesn't matter if it's your left or your right foot.
I'm familiar.
And I want you to lift it approximately 6 inches off the ground. And while you look at your toe, I want you to count by 1,000. It's 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005, so on and so forth until I tell you to stop. At any point in time, you lose your balance or your foot touches the ground, just go ahead and pick your foot back up and continue to count, okay? Do you understand these instructions I've explained to you, Mr. French? You may begin.
1,000.
Keep going.
Can you turn that off?
I cannot, sir.
Please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body cam.
I do, but I'd like to talk to you.
I can't do that, sir.
Please.
Are you going to do the test or not?
Will you please talk to me?
I'll talk to you once we're
You
done.
can turn it off, you can turn it on.
I can turn it off once I'm done with my investigation, sir.
Okay. I'm a captain on this police department.
I understand that, sir.
I get
And I am
that.
a sergeant on this police officer, and
I
I've
am
taken
not-
an oath to uphold the law.
I
don't
not-
show favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the president of the United States.
Sir, I'm not asking you for that.
If I was to treat you differently than I was to treat like some Southside loco or some pedo, how's that look on me?
Okay, I'm not asking you for that.
Because I wouldn't do that for any of them.
Even as the captain begs him to turn his camera off and just talk, the officer stands his ground and states that he has to treat everyone the same or his job and livelihood could be at risk. He's showing a fantastic amount of integrity that unfortunately we don't get to see too often, likely due to people like this trying to pull rank. They then continue with the third and final test, involving simply walking heel to toe for 10 steps.
All right, anytime you're ready, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3.
Chat, have any of y'all had to actually take a field sobriety test? Is it crazy that I actually practice that shit? I'm actually pretty good at it. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. I don't know if that's anything to brag about, but, you know, I'll kick somebody ass in the field sobriety test.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Go ahead and turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you gonna arrest me, sir?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Absolutely
Go ahead
not.
and put your hands behind your back, sir.
Talk to me at the station, buddy.
Now that the investigation is concluded and the perp is placed under arrest, the officer turns off his camera and returns the captain to the police department. Not only was he suspended from his position as Oklahoma police captain, but he was also hit with the regular punishments for DUI, likely amounting to a small fine and a few months in jail. If you enjoy
Damn, you get a few months in jail for a DUI? Are you serious? That's a little extreme in my opinion. Skip it up and that up.
true crime videos like this, make sure you're...
So, yeah, all right, that's that video. Chat, we are on a roll. All right, fuck it. We're gonna be completely random with this video selection at this point. You know what? We just going off the walls with some craziness. This one has nothing to do with the last two things that we just watched, but don't fret. I still believe it's a good video, and this is my channel, so we gonna watch what I watch. All right, nevertheless, innocent cartoons with disturbing origins, chat. It's about to get wicked. I don't even know what's about to happen, but shit, let's find out.
Some of our favorite childhood cartoons have backstories that are totally inappropriate for kids. And in this video, we're gonna uncover them. These are cartoon characters with disturbing backstories. We'll start with letter cases and work our way to the most shocking. So my goal this year, guys, is to increase our uploads without sacrificing quality, but I'm not gonna lie, it's harder than I imagined, but I'm not gonna give up. So something that would help a ton is if you guys could subscribe, and I promise to do my very best to make the best videos I can for you guys. I'm Visual Venture, and you are awesome.
Subscribe to the guy, but subscribe to me too.
Peter Pan. The world calls Peter Pan a hero, but is he really? In the original story, he ends innocent people. Most people think he's a good guy because of the way Disney portrays him. The cartoon was a hit, making $87 million on a $4 million budget. But Disney's cheerful movie doesn't match the original character. The real story was written by J.M. Barrie in 1904. That's over 100 years ago. Barrie was obsessed with the concept of eternal boyhood, so he wrote Peter Pan, the story.
That's a a strange concept to be like obsessed with, but carry on.
Story of a boy who stayed young forever. But it wasn't a celebration of childhood. The story was about fear, about what happens when someone is so terrified of growing up that they will do anything to stop it. The story began with Peter flying through the streets of London. He was searching for kids to take to Neverland.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
Where are we going? To Neverland. Neverland? Peter's taking us.
Us?
He promised them a world with no rules, no parents, no responsibilities. The children...
See, Peter Pan looked like a psychopath. He was low-key a psychopath.
arrived in Neverland believing they found freedom. But Peter had a secret reason for bringing them. He was building an army. Peter Pan had enemies, the pirates.
It's actually a perpetual war going on between pirates and these lost boys.
He needed soldiers for this war.
So Peter is luring these children to come fight as child soldiers in his army.
The kids came for fun, but they ended up battling pirates. The pirates appeared in Disney's version too, but there was one huge difference. In Disney's story, Peter fought the pirates without trying to hurt them. But in the original, Peter slaughtered pirates without hesitation, and he expected the kids to do the same. But that wasn't the only horror in Neverland. Peter didn't want adults there. Neverland was meant to be a land of eternal youth, but children can't stop themselves from growing, and when they did, Peter dealt with them. Here's a quote from Barry's original work. When they seem to be growing up, which is against the rules, Peter thins them out. Thins them out was a polite way of saying something extreme. Peter
Bro, he was doing what? Thin them out? Oh my god. Oh, brother, this guy
Peter
stinks!
ended anyone who grew up.
And that's the trick of Neverland, is the reason you don't age in Neverland is either because the pirates kill you or Peter does.
In Peter's twisted mind,
I always thought whoever grew up in Neverland wound up being a pirate. I thought that was like the thing. It's like if you grew up, you wound up being a pirate. So he was trying to keep you from growing up. Like, I don't know.
he was protecting the magic of childhood by any means necessary. When the old batch of kids was finished, Peter didn't mourn. He simply flew back to London to find replacements, and the cycle started again. Disney knew this part of the story, but they hid it. They turned a villain into a hero and made Peter Pan a beloved childhood character. The creator of this next cartoon later regretted. Winnie the Pooh.
Bro,
Winnie the Pooh was massive. The franchise has made more than $80 billion. That money came from books, toys, t-shirts, and even potty chairs. But behind the soft and cuddly bear is a dark story. A story that ruined a young man's life and ripped his family apart. The story begins with a writer named Alan Milne.
Alexander Milne was rather successful writer even before the first poems and books about Pooh saw the light.
Alan had a son named Christopher Robin. Alan adored his little boy. On Christopher's first birthday, Alan bought him a teddy bear. At first, Christopher called the bear Edward. Then he visited the London Zoo and saw a Canadian black bear named Winnie. After that, little Christopher decided to rename his bear Winnie. The Pooh part came from a swan he liked. That teddy bear became Christopher's best friend. He carried it everywhere. Soon, Christopher collected more stuffed animals. There was a donkey, a piglet, a tiger, and more. Alan watched his son play with those toys and got inspired. He began writing stories about a boy named Christopher Robin and his stuffed animals. In 1926, the first book was published. It was titled Winnie the Pooh.
And then the books featuring all those characters. There was Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Eeyore and Tigger.
The book was an instant hit. Kids wanted more. So in 1928, Alan released a second book, The House at Pooh Corner. Alan thought his son would be proud to see himself in the stories, but the reality was very different. Winnie the Pooh became a curse for Christopher. Christopher was 8 when the second book came out. The stories made him famous, but not in a good way. Kids at school mocked him. They sang poems from the books. They teased him for playing with stuffed animals.
Bro, what? He was famous. It's like, no, bro, you got bullied for being famous? Your father's a famous author and you're like the main character? It's like, that's weird hater shit, bro. Like, nah, bro, they making fun of you and bullying you out of like pure jealousy, G. That's what that was, man. It's like, I don't care if I play with a stuffed animal, bro. I'm lit right now. I'm that guy right now. So get off my back. For real, your daddy ain't writing about you. The fuck?
They called him a baby. Christopher was miserable. Soon he hated his own name. It was so easy to connect him to Christopher Robin from the books. By the time he turned 18, he blamed his dad for his horrible childhood. Christopher felt used, like his father stole his childhood for profit.
That his father W Pops, man. Nah, that's W Pops, bro. It's like the nigga wrote about what he loved. He wrote about his boy. It's like, what's the big hullabaloo?
Got to where he was by climbing on top of his infant shoulders, by exploiting his childhood.
Christopher joined the military. He thought serving his country would make people see him differently. But even in the army, soldiers mocked him because of Winnie the Pooh. After the war, Christopher tried to live a quiet life. He gave up all rights to the money from Winnie the Pooh. He married, moved to the countryside, and opened up a small bookshop. But even there, people connected him to Winnie. Soon, people weren't visiting his bookshop to buy books. They wanted to meet the real Christopher Robin. The worst part,
bro, you should have rode this wave for forever. You should have rode this wave forever, bro. Like, ain't no way my pops invented Winnie the Pooh and I'm Christopher Robin. And it's like, bro, what? That's crazy as hell. It's like, yeah, nah, come see me. At this point, like, fuck you. You gotta pay $1 to get in at that point. Because what are you here for? I ain't just a public person now. This is a business. Y'all came here to see Christopher Robin, and especially if y'all ain't buy no books. Come on now, y'all gotta give me some. Y'all gotta give me some, G.
Was his relationship with his parents. They barely spoke. In 1956, his father Alan passed away. Christopher did not attend the funeral. But even before Alan passed, he admitted his regret. He wished he never created Winnie the Pooh, but it was too late. The damage was already done. Christopher spent the rest of his life as a bookseller. He was remembered by locals as a kind man. Christopher Robin couldn't escape his stolen identity. People wouldn't stop connecting him to a character he wanted nothing to do with. And in a way, I know that feeling, but of course to a lesser extent. A few years ago, someone found my private data online and used it to threaten me. I tried removing my information from...
I see where this is going, guys. With that being said, we're gonna do the same thing. Wait. Give me a second. Never mind.
Ninja Turtles was a wild idea. It was about 4 turtles trained as ninjas who were fighting crime, and their dad was a giant rat. It sounded ridiculous, but it became one of the most popular animated series in television history. Even I used to watch it all the time. It was great. But the turtles didn't start as goofy cartoon characters.
Hey, Chad, did y'all used to fuck with Ninja Turtles? That was my favorite for some reason. Like, yeah, no, Ninja Turtles was like peak comic, in my opinion. It's like I don't know why. It seemed like such a stoner ass concept, even as a child, even before I was introduced to any type of marijuana. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that lived in the sewer and ate pizza? What? Like, yeah, nah, bro. From the moment I heard it, I heard it. And the way the whole title just rolled off my tongue, I just knew Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was the shit. Hey, fun fact, they actually got the title from biting off Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in a way that they like chopped up the syllables to basically make a name that fit what we were used to consuming. So yeah, no. Fun fact, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got their name from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Hey. Just had to drop a little fun fact note.
Their original form was so violent and disturbing that no parent would have let their child watch. To see how far they've come.
Hey, nah, for real though, I also heard that this shit was low-key getting banned in different places. I was a shorty when I heard this shit, right? I heard that it was kids trying to jump into the sewers to find the Ninja Turtles. And it was like dying in the sewers, bro. I don't know how true that shit is, but like that is that was like a little myth that I heard growing up. And Like personally, ain't none of my homies did that dumb shit. But yeah, hey, is that true though, chat? Was people actually doing that? Was shorties actually doing it? It's like, how the hell are you getting into a manhole as a shorty? That can't be real. That can't be real. What the hell?
You have to go back to 1984, the year the Turtles were born. It started as a joke. In 1983, two artists were brainstorming. Then one sketched something ridiculous.
Eastman whips up a sketch to try and make Laird laugh. It's a turtle with nunchucks strapped to his arms. Laird grabs a piece of paper and does his own rendition.
The joke didn't stay a joke. They turned it into a comic book called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Although the sketches were funny, the comic itself was brutal. From the first issue, the violence was uncomfortable.
In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1...
Hey, chat, nah, I think I actually got that shit confused. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers may have gotten their name from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hey, fact check me, because at this point, I feel like a goofy.
The Turtles were basically hitmen determined to get Shredder.
For context, Shredder was their main enemy. In the comic, the Turtles cornered him on a rooftop. Then they proceeded to hurt him really bad. What came next made it even darker. After pummeling Shredder, the Turtles gave him a sword. They told him to finish the job himself, if you get what I mean. Shredder refused, so they threw him off the roof. The gore didn't end there. In another issue, they hurled a blade into a man. Another time, they drowned someone in a fountain. They also used swear words all the time. One reader said they weren't so much heroes as they were a bunch of mutant ninja assassins.
They were teenagers. No shit that they swore. It's like, come on now. Don't get me wrong. This was made by adults. It became a children's cartoon. But like, kids wasn't buying this comic book. I mean, I guess, I guess it did blow up because kids bought it. Yeah, well, it is what it is.
How could someone pick up this comic book and go, hey, this would make a great lighthearted Saturday morning cartoon is beyond me. And it wasn't just the Turtles. Nearly every major character in the comic was unnecessarily aggressive. There was a robot that chewed rats alive. The artists showed every detail, bones cracking and all. Then there was Casey Jones, one of the Turtles' allies. He took down his enemies with a hockey stick. Every page leaned into violence. Nothing was hidden. So how did anyone think these Turtles belonged in a kids cartoon? In 1987, a company wanted to sell Ninja Turtle action figures, but there was a problem. The comics were way too graphic. To make the toys marketable, the Turtles had to be cleaned up. So an animation studio stepped in. They made a cartoon that turned the assassins into kid-friendly heroes.
Ninja pizza? Well, what do you know?
Well, that makes sense.
Dudes, do you realize what this is?
The tone shifted from dark crime to playful action.
Let's show them the Turtles know how to party!
Even today, fans who read the original comics are shocked by how violent and weird the series was. Up next is a story that's the exact opposite of a happily ever after. The Little Mermaid.
I mean, even now, the Turtles comic is still very, very graphic. I think the newest issue is like The Last Ronin, where I don't want to spoil it, but it's a lot of death. Yeah, and they don't cut corners when they go into detail. So yeah, no, not much has actually changed from the source material, but when it comes to like TV adaptations, they do kind of lean towards like making it more kid friendly. So it is what it is. I just hope that these like creators are still getting the revenue that they were supposed to be getting from this, but they're probably not.
Disney's Little Mermaid can be summarized in one line. True love always wins. The main character, Ariel, got everything she wanted. She became human, married the prince, and enjoyed her life. But the original tale from 1836 was the opposite. The Little Mermaid was miserable throughout the story, and in the end, she passed away sad and alone. The original begins just like Disney's. A young mermaid saves a prince from drowning. She falls in love with him, and she wants to leave the sea to live on land with the prince. But the problem is obvious. As a mermaid, she doesn't have legs, which means she can't move on land. Her only option is to go to the sea witch for help. The witch makes her an offer.
At her, saying that she will give her a potion which needs to be drunk at the shore before sunrise. It will give her legs, but it will come with excruciating pain.
The mermaid will become human, but she will lose her voice. She will never sing or speak again. And
Is that a worthy trade, chat? Would you rather have legs than your voice? Is that an equal trade-off? Let me know. I think if I couldn't talk no more, but like I get to walk around and run still, I think that's all right. You know what? I think that's all right. I don't be talking about shit no way. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wait, wrong one. Oh god damn it, bruh. Nah, for real though. I don't be talking about a goddamn thing. It is what it is though. I enjoy the sound of my own goddamn voice, so I do want to keep my legs and my mouth. I'm sorry, pause. My voice, but like, man, I don't think it's worth it. I guess, yeah, okay. So she never had legs, so it is like, man, you've been seeing these people do this like fly ass thing. They've been running around and jumping and walking and stuff. But you actually got a really good voice as Ariel the mermaid. Gee, that's crazy. And it's like, yeah, personally, if I was in Ariel's predicament, if I was in her shoes, I would honestly just try to find me a nice mermaid person and just do some normal shit with my mermaid person instead of going to Corella Deville or whatever the hell her name is, and not I gotta fight this big ass octopus lady and shit like that. Nah, bro, that's not worth it, bro. It's literally not worth it. It's like, just be a normal person. It's like literally if I was to learn anything from the whole Little Mermaid story, it's the fact that the grass is not always greener on the other side. It's like, you really don't want to be a person, G. Trust me. It's like, for real. Would you want to be a fucking American? You want to be American? Like you don't really want to be a person. Y'all had it made in the shade in the water. You had crabs singing about how dope it was under the sea, G. Like, for real. Yeah, she didn't have to fight Corella Deville. That was the other movie. Nevertheless. She fought Corella in the sequel, goddamn. Nevertheless, skip it up and that up. Let's get back into the video chat.
And every step she takes will feel like walking on glass. That's not even the worst part of the deal.
Prince doesn't marry you, you will not get your soul. And the morning after he marries another, you will die and become sea foam.
In other words, if the prince marries someone else, the mermaid will pass away the very next day. Blinded by love, the mermaid accepts. She drinks the potion. When she wakes up on shore, she has legs, but the pain is real. Every step feels like walking on broken glass. Still, she endures it. She has one goal: win the prince's love before it's too late. The mermaid eventually finds the prince. They become friends, but because she has no voice, she cannot speak to him. She can't tell him she was the one who saved his life. The prince believes another princess rescued him. That misunderstanding ruins everything. Soon, the prince announces his engagement to that other princess. For the Little Mermaid, that is her death sentence. The wedding eventually takes place. As the mermaid watches the ceremony, she remembers the witch's warning that she will die if he marries someone else. That night, her sisters rise from the sea with a desperate plan to save her.
We're here to save you, cried the eldest sister.
They hand her a dagger. If she ends the prince before dawn, the curse will break. She can return to the ocean as a mermaid. In order for her to live, she must end the life of the man she loves.
It was either her life or his. She lowered the knife close to his heart, but then stopped.
But she can't do it. She throws the dagger into the sea and accepts her fate. As the sun rises the next morning, her body begins to fade away.
She thought she could feel her body dissolving into thousands of bubbles of sea foam. Soon, the Little Mermaid would be no more.
That's how it really ends? That's the story of the Little Mermaid? What the hell? How did Disney buy this and reform it for like children, bro? Why this story? This ain't for kids. This ain't it. This is terrible. It's like, yeah, nah, bro. You might as well make Romeo and Juliet a children's story at this point. Like, what the fuck are we even doing? This is crazy. How is this a children's show?
This was no fairy tale, it was a story of sacrifice, pain, and sadness. If you grew up in the 2010s, you probably know this next cartoon, The Ice King. Adventure Time was...
Okay, a quick recap of the, oh my God, a quick recap of the real Little Mermaid, right? All right, Ariel makes a deal with Corella, right? And Corella basically tell her that here's the deal. I give you these legs. I'm going to take your voice. Every step you take is going to feel like you walking on glass. Damn. Caveat. If you don't manage to get married to the prince, your ass is grass. And for the off chance that nigga marry somebody else, you gonna turn into Seafoam. Seafoam? Yeah, Seafoam. So she basically tried to win his heart, but he chose somebody else. The nigga, the prince, he got emotion, so he choosing. So with that being said, boom. She could kill his nigga on the night of his wedding, and the curse would be broken. She'd be good. She'll be able to go back into the sea, I guess. But she wasn't able to kill the love of her life. So she just accepted her fate and died and turned into Seafoam. And she's talking about how she can feel herself turning into thousands of bubbles. And it's like, yeah, nah, bro. You stupid. Skip it up and that up. It's like, why you making a deal with Cruella de Vil, bro? Like, that's crazy. It didn't work for the dogs. It's not gonna work for the fish. It's not gonna work for Nemo, and it's not gonna work for you, bro. Stop trying to make deals with the villain. That's not the method. Nevertheless, hey, we about to get into one of my goated TV shows. This is Adventure Time. It's a lot of lore to it, but you know, I'm just a fan, bro. I'm just a basic fan. So let me hear what they got to say about one of my goats.
It's a massive hit. It ranked second on the list of 10 best Cartoon Network shows. It even made the list of the greatest animated TV series. The show is basically about a 12-year-old boy and his magical dog. Together, they roam the land of Ooo, righting wrongs and battling evil. But this chapter isn't about the heroes, it's about the villain, the Ice King. He was an old man with a white beard living in a frozen castle. To understand the Ice King, there are two things you need to know. First, he desperately wanted a wife. Second, he kidnapped princesses across the land of Ooo, hoping one of them would marry him. On the surface, he was diabolical and strange. But the Ice King wasn't always a villain. His backstory revealed he was struggling with a curse. His backstory was revealed in Season 3, Episode 19 and 20. Years earlier, he was known as Simon Petrikov. Simon loved studying ancient artifacts. He even had a fiancée named Betty. One day, Simon discovered an old crown.
After purchasing this crown from an old dock worker in northern Scandinavia, I brought it home and excitedly showed my fiancée Betty.
The crown wasn't just old, it was cursed. When Simon put the crown on his head, it took over. The crown gave him terrifying powers. He could summon blizzards and freeze anything, but the magic came with a cost. Every time he used the crown, it gradually drove him insane.
I jokingly put it on my head just for a laugh or something, and that's when it started. The visions. I fought with them, shouted at them until I realized it wasn't real, it was the crown!
He started hearing voices, forgetting things, and losing his personality.
I know my mind is changing, but I'm already too far gone to know what to do.
Simon knew he was slipping from...
This is why this is one of my go-to TV shows, bro. It's a symbol. It's basically symbolic to show how, like, once you get power, you lose yourself. And it's like, yeah, nah, the power is literally going to his head, to the point where he don't even really know what to do. The whole fact that he's the Ice King is because he's becoming cold-hearted, and it's like, no, he can't even stop it. He don't understand it. It's just what comes with it, and it's what's been shown time and time again throughout different political parties, and it's interesting to just see it being depicted in a children's cartoon. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit more to the surface.
Good to evil, and he couldn't stop it.
If I do things that hurt anyone, please forgive me.
Betty watched as Simon's mind fell apart. She couldn't take it. In the end, she left him. Without Betty, Simon had nothing left to fight for. The crown consumed him. That's when he fully transformed into the Ice King. This means the Ice King was never really a bad guy. He was a man suffering from the curse of the crown.
Just watch over me until I can find my way out of this labyrinth in my brain and regain my sanity.
If that wasn't tragic enough, his fiancée abandoned him because of his condition. That's incredibly dark for a kid's show. The Ice King might just be one of the saddest characters ever written into a children's cartoon. Up next is a character who made the impossible possible. Hercules. Here's something most people don't know. Since 1950, there have been more than 50 films and TV shows about Hercules.
Hercules was my shit growing up, man. Especially the bottom. Wait, is that which one where Zero to Hero? No, it's the top. It's the top left one. Yeah, that's the shit. That's the shit.
He also appeared in tons of video games, including God of War and Assassin's Creed. Hercules also appeared in books, comics, toys, and more. Simply put, Hercules might be the most popular hero in human history. And in 1997, Disney made their own version. Their animated Hercules was a global hit. It made nearly $253 million worldwide.
Gee, off of after an $85 million budget. Bro, they turned that bitch around.
For millions of kids, this was their first introduction to the character. But anyone who watched the cartoon got the wrong idea about Hercules. Disney's Hercules was funny, noble, and kind. The real Hercules was cursed by the gods, tormented by madness, and haunted by guilt. The original story comes from Greek myths dating back thousands of years. Hercules' problems began before he was even born. His father was Zeus, the king of the gods, but his mother was human. What started the whole mess was that Zeus was already married. His wife Hera was the queen of the gods.
You know what, chat? Why does it seem like so many different cultures have this story of a god mating with a human? And it's normally a man god mating with a human woman. It's never the other way around. I think that's interesting. Well, I guess most cultures don't have women gods. That's bullshit. There's a lot of cultures with women gods. Nevertheless, why is that always a thing? Why does it seem like in every culture there's a god that's like banging some chick on Earth? Like, what's up with that?
Bruh. When she found out about the affair, she was furious. But Hera didn't blame her cheating husband. Instead, she focused her rage on the innocent child Hercules. To her, Hercules was a living reminder of Zeus's betrayal, so she vowed to destroy him. Her first attempt came when Hercules was still a baby.
She sent 2 poisonous serpents to kill the babies. The serpents slithered into the cradle where Hercules and his brother were sleeping.
The serpents were meant to strangle him as he slept. But even as baby Hercules had superhuman strength. He crushed the serpents with his bare hands. Hera's plan failed, but she wasn't done. She waited for the perfect moment to strike again.
So Hercules had a normal ass brother? That's funny. That's funny as hell.
Hercules became the strongest man alive. He eventually married a woman named Megara. Together they had children and lived peacefully, but that happiness made him vulnerable. Hera knew Hercules could defeat any monster, so instead of sending beasts, she attacked his mind. Hera used her divine powers to make him temporarily insane. Suddenly, the strongest man in the world couldn't think clearly. In his madness, he saw monsters everywhere. He fought back with all his strength, but those weren't monsters. They were his wife and children, and he ended them. With the madness lifted, Hercules realized what he had done.
As he realized he had just committed the most unspeakable crime imaginable.
The guilt was unbearable. People who once called him a hero now saw him as a villain, but Hercules was given a chance at redemption.
The oracle tells Hercules that in order to atone for his sins, he must serve as the slave of King Eurystheus for 10 years.
But Eurystheus was now working with Hera. Now that Hercules was broken, they wanted to finish him once and for all. So the king gave Hercules 12 impossible tasks. These would become known as the 12 labors of Hercules. Each labor was designed to destroy him. For his first task, Hercules had to defeat the Nemean lion. Its skin was so tough that no weapon could cut it. But Hercules found another way to win.
But Hercules cornered the lion in its dark cave, stunned it with a club, and strangled it with his bare hands.
Second task was worse. He had to slay the Hydra. It was a massive serpent with many heads. Cut off one and two more grew back. So how did Hercules defeat this creature? Each time he cut a head, he burned the wound shut so it wouldn't grow back. One by one, Hercules completed all 12. But no matter how much he accomplished, the guilt never left him. After the 12 labors, Hercules was worshipped as a hero, but he was still unhappy. Later, he tried to rebuild his life. He remarried, but tragedy found him again. His new wife was tricked into giving him a poison cloak. When Hercules put it on, the fabric burned him. The pain was unbearable and he couldn't take it off. So Hercules did something extreme. He threw himself into the fire.
After being completely consumed by flames, Hercules' spirit ascended to heaven. After this apotheosis, Hercules arrived at Olympus, where he was received by his father as a god.
Hercules experienced misery, loss, and guilt. Ironically, kids today.
It's like, God, why didn't you help me on Earth? Why these niggas had to kill me, bro? Why did I have to die?
They grow up idolizing Hercules. They have no idea that the original Hercules lived a life that no one would want. This next backstory transformed a creep into Prince Charming. Sleeping Beauty. Almost everyone knows the story of Sleeping Beauty. A princess falls into an enchanted sleep. A prince kisses her, breaks the curse.
Chat, don't go kissing sleeping women. Absolutely not. Skip it up and down. That's creepy and it's absolutely weird. You're going to get in trouble and no one likes it.
They live happily ever after. But Disney didn't create that story. They took it from a 1634 Italian book titled Sun, Moon, and Talia. It wasn't a fairy tale. It was a creepy story no child should ever hear. In the original, the princess wasn't named Aurora. She was called Talia. When Talia was born, her father received a prophecy about her future.
Someday, the princess will prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into a deep, death-like sleep. No!
And that prophecy came true. Talia grew up, pricked her finger, and fell into a never-ending sleep. Her father was devastated. Instead of searching for a cure,
Pricked their finger. Nah, she shot herself up with something.
he abandoned the castle and left her behind. Years passed. One day, another king stumbled upon the empty castle. Inside, he found Talia. She was unconscious and helpless, and she was beautiful. Here's where the story takes a turn Disney could never touch. The king didn't try to wake her with a kiss. He took advantage of her, then he left. Talia became pregnant. Months passed, and she gave birth to twins while she was still asleep.
Lucky for her, some fairies, like the ones in the movie, help her out with the birthing process.
The reason she couldn't wake was that a splinter of flax was stuck in her finger. The babies crawled over her. One accidentally sucked on her finger.
One of the twins starts sucking on Talia's finger by mistake, and the splinter that was under her fingernail comes right out, and she wakes up.
When she opened her eyes, she was now the mother of 2 children she didn't recognize. Soon, the king who violated her returned. He found Talia awake and saw the twins, and he was thrilled. That was the same man who took advantage of her while she was unconscious. But now they were acting like one big happy family. He visited often. He provided for Talia and the twins. They were happy, but they couldn't go public with their relationship because the king was already married and his...
Chad, it wasn't no damn kiss. That wasn't no damn kiss, man. The Disney fucked this whole story up, bro. What? He did what? Man, you married, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Queen was no fool. When she discovered the affair, she planned her revenge. She ordered her henchmen to kidnap the twins, cook them, and serve them to the king for dinner. She wanted her husband to unknowingly eat his own. The henchmen couldn't do it. Instead, they hid the twins and served the king lamb instead. But the queen believed the meat was the twins.
That night, the whole time the king is eating his dinner, the queen keeps saying weird, creepy stuff to him.
Eventually, her scheme was exposed. The queen was executed, and the king married Talia. America. Somehow, this was considered a happy ending in 1634. Disney completely overhauled the story, and that's how we got the version of Sleeping Beauty we know today. But ironically, the film didn't land the way Disney hoped. It was a box office bomb. The studio lost around $900,000, which is about $9.7 million today. The failure was so devastating that Disney didn't release another princess movie for many years. Up next is the story of the first Disney princess,
Cinderella.
Snow White.
Oh, Snow White.
In 1937, Snow White was the first full-length animated film in the US. It took over 750 artists more than 3 years to complete, but the hard work paid off. The movie was a huge success. However, it might not have been a hit if Disney followed the original story. The real story of Snow White was violent and grotesque. Disney's version was adapted from the Brothers Grimm. In that story, the queen wasn't just jealous of Snow White, she wanted to eat her. She ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the woods and end her, but she also gave him one more instruction. She asked him to bring back Snow White's lungs and liver. The huntsman couldn't do it. He let her go. Then he took the organs of an animal to the queen, and the queen actually salted and ate them.
Not only did she think Snow White was dead, she thought she ate her lungs and liver.
The story continued. Snow White found the dwarves in the woods. The queen discovered she was still alive, and she tried to end Snow White over and over again, but each time she failed. Finally, the queen tricked Snow White into eating a poisoned apple, and she passed away. Here's where the prince enters the story, but he wasn't the charming hero Disney showed. The dwarfs placed Snow White in a glass coffin. The prince saw the funeral and fell in love with her lifeless body. He begged the dwarves to let him take her to his castle. The dwarves agreed. While the coffin was being moved, the servants stumbled. The glass case shifted. A piece of the poisoned apple dislodged from her throat. Snow White coughed and came back to life. Snow White didn't return to life because of magic kiss. It was an accident. Snow White married the prince. The queen was invited to the wedding. She didn't realize she was walking into a trap. Snow White wanted revenge. Inside the wedding hall, the guards grabbed the queen. Iron shoes were heated in fire. Then they forced the evil queen to wear the hot shoes. The queen was forced to dance in torment until she passed away. That was the true ending of Snow White. Disney knew this version could never work as a children's film, so they changed it, but the Grimm version still exists, available for anyone to read. This next case involves a girl who did the unthinkable. Cinderella. Cinderella is remembered as the girl who never got angry. In Disney's version, she lives with her wicked stepmother and stepsisters. They force her to scrub floors and do endless chores.
But I just do them again. And don't forget the garden. Then scrub
Did you see
the
that
terrace.
face? Oh my gosh. She looked at us like, man, I'm finna spaz out on
The
your
halls
ass,
and the stairs.
man.
Do them again.
Look at her.
And don't
Bitch,
forget.
What? What you just say to me? She said,
Do them again.
what?
And don't
I'm finna slap this hoe. That's what Cinderella on. She on time. Look at her.
forget the garden. Then scrub the terrace, sweep the halls and the stairs.
But Cinderella never complains. She's an angel. Then a fairy godmother appears. Cinderella meets a prince, falls in love, and escapes her wicked stepmother. The original Cinderella was nothing like that. She wasn't a patient victim waiting for rescue. She took matters into her own hands, and her first victim was her stepmother. The Cinderella story told in 1634 was very different, and in that version, her name wasn't Cinderella.
In 1634? Bro, Cinderella is from 1634? Bro, what? I guess. Holy shit. Cinderella is older than America.
It was actually Zezola. She lived with her father and stepmother who treated her like dirt, and she burned with anger. But no fairy godmother appeared. Instead, a woman named Carmesina poisoned Zezola's mind. Carmesina told her she could escape her misery by ending her stepmother. Once the woman was gone, Carmesina promised to marry Zezola's father. That would make her the new stepmom. Then they could be a happy family. Zezola agreed. She was still a child, but she was willing to take a life. She asked her stepmother to help her find a dress in a heavy wooden chest. When her stepmother bent inside, Zizola slammed the lid on her. It looked like an accident. Zizola's father never suspected her. After the funeral, she moved to the next step of the plan. Zizola pushed her father to marry Carmesina. He agreed. For a brief moment, Zizola believed her life would be beautiful. Instead, it got worse. At first, Carmesina kept her promise. She was kind to Zizola, but once she was secure in her new marriage, she revealed her true nature. She was meaner than the first stepmother. Carmesina moved 6 daughters of her own into the house. Suddenly, Zizola, or Cinderella, had 6 new stepsisters tormenting her daily. Zizola worked like a servant from sunrise to sunset. She unfortunately ended her stepmother hoping for a better life, but it was all for nothing. The story continued. There were supernatural events and all sort of weird situations, but the main parts were still there. Zizola attended a royal banquet. She left behind her glass slipper. The prince searched the kingdom for the girl whose foot fit the shoe. In the end, he found Zizola. It was a happy ending, but the road to it was paved with misery. One thing is certain, the real Cinderella is not a story of patience and kindness. It's about anger, revenge, and betrayal. 300 years later, Disney erased the disturbing parts. Zizola became Cinderella. Instead of a girl who ended her stepmother, she became the girl who never fought back. Today, almost no one remembers Zizola, the dangerous Cinderella. These characters looked like heroes on screen, but behind them were stories of pain and suffering. And the people you meet every day are no different. They all have a past, a story. So my friends, be kind to the people around you because you never know what backstory they're carrying.
Great video, solid advice at the end. Man, I think it's really interesting. You don't know where these stories actually came from. We get fed certain, narratives within these stories, and you just expect them to be the, original source material, but it strayed so far from the original content that it's crazy. It's truly insane. The whole story has changed at this point. All right.
How often have you talked about...
Give me a second. Let me talk it in. Nevertheless, all right. So here we have it, chat. This is our third and final video. I believe this is our third video. I don't know. Maybe our fourth at this point. With that being said, this video is going to be called Racist Killer Realizes Cops Found Her Disturbing Secret. Chat, this is about to get wicked. Best believe that I am on the side of the police on this one. All right, so let's just get right into it.
How often have you talked about killing someone? Oh, Lord. No, seriously.
No,
This is 30-year-old Victoria Worth being questioned about her husband's death. Months earlier, she had begun planning her husband Shane's murder, determined to make it look like a... That was until Shane's final words turned the investigation upside down.
Shane, can you hear me?
I didn't do it.
Okay, everything will be all right.
Yo, his final breath was, "I didn't do it."
Victoria believed she had orchestrated the perfect murder, securing her husband's house, car, and fortune. But eventually, her arrogance would not only seal her fate, but also bring down the people around her.
Some days I just wish you would get in an accident, die or something. There's a lot of things that could be done to make it look like it's...
This is the time to tell the truth.
I am. This wasn't planned. This wasn't supposed to happen.
At around 2:30 a.m. on September 26th, police in Minersville, Utah received a call from a resident who reported hearing a gunshot inside his garage. Corporal Cox quickly rushed to the scene, unaware that he was stepping into a carefully staged murder.
Hello! Beaver 6, go ahead and send medical in. We're in the garage.
They just found the dead body? That's absolutely crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust it a little bit more. Yeah, that's absolutely insane for the fact that you just walk into a crime scene. That's just, man, being a cop is not for the faint of heart. I will say that, you know. As much as I think that they need to conduct themselves a little bit better in different situations, I cannot say that this is an easy job. So it is what it is.
All right, man, I got some help coming for you. Got one maybe through and through braid. Okay. Through
I appreciate you, Ms. Z. Thank you.
the chest, so we're gonna have to expedite some things here.
One through and through in the chest.
This is Shane Davis. He's still alive, but drifting in and out of consciousness. But before EMS could get him to the hospital, Shane managed to mumble something, a crucial detail that would become the first major clue in uncovering everything.
Looks like he's walked out to here. Just keep talking to us, Shane. You'll be good.
Shane?
God.
My name's Christine. I'm with the ambulance. If things go quiet, just keep going.
We're just gonna roll you back, Shane, okay?
Okay. He said he did not do it to himself.
With Shane insisting he didn't shoot himself, detectives began to consider that this was not a self-inflicted act, but attempted murder. The officer counted 6 people in the house. While they were still seen as witnesses, their strange behavior and absence of a gun would soon raise suspicion.
Why does the gun look so beat up like that? Oh my God, did you run over it? That soft metal ass Taurus, oh my God. That thing looks like shit.
Oh shit, oh shit. There's about 6 people in the house. Do you guys know Shane to own a pistol?
He does own a pistol.
Okay.
It's in my room with him. I'm married to him.
I don't see one out here anywhere, so I'm wondering where it's at. Nobody's seen a gun or anything like that. He's got a gunshot wound to his chest.
As Shane fights for his life on the way to the hospital, detectives turn their attention to his wife, Victoria Worth. What officers don't realize is that Victoria's mind is fixed on a dark thought. If Shane dies, she would inherit his house, car, and fortune. With this twisted fantasy in mind, Victoria would go on to unwittingly reveal just how much she despised Shane.
Oh, what?
It's gonna be okay.
I'll tell you later. That's all I can say. Was Shane arguing with anybody tonight?
Just a little bit with me over a stupid comment.
Yeah.
He's been drinking nonstop. He was driving. I told him to come home. He needed to stop his. That is a fight that has come out quite a bit between the two of us, is drunk driving because of his ticket last time, which scares me. I have a 2-year-old daughter in the home, and the only comment I had made that if he entered the home that I would protect at any cost necessary for my daughter's sake.
So you shot him in the chest because he came to the crib? What was y'all arguing about? Let's figure out what y'all was arguing about, because why? Let's get to the nitty gritty. Why does he have a gunshot wound in his chest?
Sure.
Victoria claims that she and Shane got into a heated argument earlier that day. She also brings up his bad habit of drinking and driving, almost as if to shift blame, although no one has accused her of anything yet. But with 5 other friends still in the house, 5 more potential suspects entered the picture. But this is when Victoria starts throwing out even more bizarre theories, further deepening the officer's suspicion that this wasn't a self-inflicted death at all.
Guys, any reason for anybody to cause Shane any harm? Anybody that may be involved with this that we might want to look at?
I don't know. He's got his fair share of enemies. Some people have issues with him because of him getting physical with me a while back in the past. He had left. He was drunk. I told him bring his ass home because last time he went out drunk driving, he ended up in jail.
So,
Gee, you can't control this man, bro. We're talking about you need to bring your ass home. Let that. Apparently, if he kicking your ass, why are you telling him to come home if he drunk? Let that man leave. Let that man go sober up somewhere. Gee, you tweaking, bro. It's like, nah, you know he drunk. You yelling at him. Y'all already into it. He leaves. You tell him to come back, and you shoot him in the chest? Come on now. That's strange, bro. You don't need to be around firearms, period. You don't know how to argue and not be violent.
Guys, did anybody see Shane with a gun? Did he make any comments about harming himself?
I don't know. He's been drinking, and when he gets drunk, he gets kind of dumb.
You don't shoot yourself in the chest, though.
When he gets to drinking, he doesn't always make the smartest decisions. He has been going through a lot lately.
Did anybody see Shane with the gun? Brandon, you discovered him?
I discovered him originally.
Notice how Victoria stays glued to her phone while answering the police, almost as if she's reading from a script. With each claim, she further damages Shane's reputation, portraying him as an abusive husband with many enemies. Corporal Cox is struck by the housemates' matching lack of reaction, completely unfazed by their friend being shot in the chest. But as the officers start analyzing the crime scene, they uncover a clue that turns the residents from witnesses into prime suspects.
There's blood all the way around to the corner. Yeah, look at this. Here. He's come out to this point. Or tried to enter to this point. I don't see anything past here, okay?
What do they have to say? Anything? Did you talk to them?
Yeah, I talked to his wife. She says it was just him and her arguing. That he's been drinking all day.
A trail of blood led from the garage into the kitchen, suggesting Shane Davis was either moved after being shot or had tried to escape, casting serious doubt on Victoria's version of events. Detectives pressed on, unaware that everyone but them knew who had shot Shane and why the gun was still missing.
Well,
For real?
I don't know how.
Yeah, bro, it's 6 of y'all in the crib, bro. One of y'all shot this man. Where's the gun? Why is it back in the bedroom? Why is he not by the gun? Like, this is weird. Y'all look like y'all hurt this man and now y'all trying to cover it up, bro. For real. What's going on? What's the issue?
Well, you guys know him, but he scares the living hell out of me. Since I do have a 2-year-old in my home, I will do whatever it takes in my power to protect my daughter at any cost necessary.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You said Shane did have a pistol, from what you told me earlier.
He has a pistol. It's in my room. I can actually show it to you.
Yeah, just take me where and I'll look at it if you don't mind.
Yeah, we do have... He has his own gun.
Yeah, all you gotta do is, like, smell the general area of this pistol, and you can tell if it's been fired recently. You know what I mean?
And I have a rifle.
Okay.
So they're both in here.
Is that the only 2 firearms in the house?
Yeah. His is right there.
Okay.
So that's his.
Set that right there.
And I have a rifle, which is...
Okay. You can leave it right there. That's fine. What caliber?
7mm 08.
Neither of these have been fired. And
Okay,
these
so
are
neither-
probably the only 2 in the home. We may have a shooter somewhere.
Cox examined the rounds in each gun and concluded that none had been fired. With this revelation, the detectives returned to question the residents, unaware that Victoria was about to accidentally reveal a crucial piece of information pointing directly to the shooter.
Let's go.
Well, do me a favor, guys. Just everybody hang tight right here. I'm going to come back and get a statement from everybody. And
Well, I don't know where my other partner is. I have 2. I'm polyamorous. He's been gone for a while, though.
What? You have diarrhea of the mouth. I can't believe you just gave up such vital information without even being prompted to. They didn't ask anything about, was it anybody here that may have left? You know what I mean? They didn't ask her anything that prompted this answer. She just talked too goddamn much, Chad. Skip it up and that up. Shut your ass up, lady. Like, you might be able to get away with a crime. Holy hell. That's that's the number 1 rule. Like, don't talk.
Long beforehand.
Okay.
So he left earlier today and has been out and about for a while.
Okay. Yep, just hang tight right here, guys.
But
What does that have to
just
do
as
with
the officers
anything?
were about to leave, one of the residents revealed that Victoria's secret lover despised Shane and was seen leaving the house around the time of the shooting. He identified the man as Mike Miller, someone well known to police.
Oh no, look at this guy. He's a weirdo too. Definitely a weirdo. Definitely a weirdo. Yeah, he might have did it.
Police for his considerable criminal record. Finally, the police have a lead, marking the start of the hunt for their primary suspect. The officers were now on the lookout for Mike, a likely suspect in Shane's death, or at the very least, someone with answers. A few hours later, after searching the nearby area, one car's license plate matched 27-year-old Mike Miller. To their surprise, Mike was compliant when approached and even agreed to come to the station for
That's such a strange looking fella, man. He is a peculiar looking young man. Like somebody off of the Lord of the Rings or something. I don't know.
questioning, but while the officers expected denials and deflection, he would tell police exactly what had gone down.
He proceeded to walk towards me and ended up going through the garage. I know she tried to keep him out of the house by keeping him pinned to the door. For a minute, she kind of kept him there, and then he got kind of pretty physical with her. He grabbed
Mike Miller with the red rope, with the red mohawk. Yeah, that's what we got here. Yeah. He woke up today and just said, fuck it, I hate my life.
her wrist and he shoved her. And I told him, like, Shane, I will shoot you. You need to let her go. He wouldn't listen. I did what I did to protect. I shot him.
So, okay,
Without
let's just let it play through.
any pushback from the detectives, Mike admitted point blank that he shot Shane. But there was a reason for his unusual honesty. He would soon claim it was all in self-defense.
She had me go tell him to shut the truck off. And I looked at him like, dude, I'm just telling you what I was told to tell you. Because he does tend to, at times, get kind of physical when he's drinking. I wasn't going to just sit there and let him hurt the woman I love. I saw him as a threat to that household and to that child, and I did what I thought I had to do to protect him. I shot him. Pure self-defense and protection for that household.
Despite Mike's apparent honesty, the police know he isn't telling the whole story, although for now, they let him believe he's off the hook. But before the officers can apply pressure, Mike introduces a new name, someone supposedly even more dangerous than Shane.
Sean, who he was on the phone with, he had called her a bitch quite a few times. She had given the warning to Sean that if he came here, it wasn't going to end well. From what I understand, Sean is a very violent person. And Shane kind of said something to Sean, saying, he's like, you know what, Sean, go ahead and come down here. That then they're posted.
Plot twist, y'all. What if this is the same Sean from yesterday that eliminated 11 people in New Mexico? What if this is the same Sean? Because you know he was like a cross-country psychopath, right? Yeah. Plot twist. It's the same Sean.
Threat on the household because Sean wasn't going to come down here and just talk everything out. He would be armed and he was going to come down here for a fight.
According to Mike, Sean was a friend of Shane's who was moments away from arriving at the house, armed and ready for a fight. But since Mike had spent 5 hours on the run after the shooting, it's possible Victoria instructed him to tell the police this story and perhaps even to claim self-defense. However, Mike's self-defense argument was far weaker than he realized, and the detectives began pressing him on it.
Why did you immediately go to the gun rather than try to physically stop him? Because there's two of you and just one of him.
The light wasn't on, and like I said, it's really cluttered in that garage, so I would have ended up falling and stumbling.
Hindsight 2020, is there a way that you would have handled this differently?
Yes, if he hadn't been so stubborn.
Yeah, I mean, but rather with using the weapon.
And that's something I thought about throughout the night while I was driving, is that I probably could have handled that a lot differently. But
Hey, the thing is, if you claiming self-defense, chat, there is no doubling back on your word. There is no doubling back, and that's what they testing them for in this interrogation room right now. They actually trying to see if this whole you're defending yourself from this man ending your life. That's what self-defense is. Not because you was getting your ass beat. You feel me? Not because you saw somebody else getting their ass beat. That's not self-defense. you have to fear for your own life, or you see somebody that's about to inflict harm that is like to the point it might kill somebody. Nevertheless, bro, if you get put in that position and you are actually forced to act and you decide to pull that trigger, you can't say, you know, hindsight, I could have did this. Because at that point, you just murdered that person. You just murdered that person because you didn't think clearly. Because you realized that you could have did this, and instead, this is what happened. So they tested him to see if he's gonna double back and reconsider his actions. My thing is, bro, if you acting in self-defense, you better stand on that shit. You better stand on that shit, man. Hey, you put me in that situation any day of the week, 7 days out of 7 days, I'm doing that shit again. You feel me? Ain't nobody finna know that I feared for my life, and at that point, it was either me or him. I gotta go home to my family, and I don't regret any of my actions. That's what self-defense sound like.
Like I said, he was already getting fairly aggressive with everyone else and pretty loud.
As the officer points out, with multiple men in the home, subduing Shane wasn't just possible, it was the right thing to do. By now, Mike and Victoria's relationship seemed increasingly strange, and the officer realized this was likely something they would want to push on. And he was right.
So has there been any like jealousy squabbles between you and Shane? I mean, have you like seen him with Victoria and became jealous?
We've had our moments where, you know, he wasn't really given a choice. Everything came out that me and Victoria were together and had been together for quite some time and whatnot. She basically told him she was staying with me and that was that. He was going to have to deal with it or, you know, end the relationship.
Just as the officer suspected, jealousy and rage explained Mike's actions far better than self-defense. With their primary suspect now in custody, devastating news arrived from the hospital. Shane had passed away. As Mike prepared to be charged with manslaughter, Victoria believed her brilliant plan had succeeded and that she had outsmarted the police. But little did she know, her arrogance would eventually catch up with her.
He finna snitch on her ass.
It's now 1 month after Shane's death, and Victoria is still living in his house, driving his car, and carrying on as if nothing had happened. She frequently visits Mike in jail and writes Facebook posts about how much she misses Shane. It seems that fateful night was behind her, and Victoria was free to live her dream life. But that was until something completely unexpected happened. On November 7th, the detectives received an anonymous tip to check Victoria's Snapchat account. While they weren't expecting much, after all, their primary suspect was already in custody, the investigation was about to be turned upside down.
Chet, that's how that shit happens? You get somebody random calls the police and say, yo, check this person's Snapchat account? You can go down like that? Wow. That's insane. And now it's an investigation because somebody told them, hey, look what this person talking about on the internet. Bro, that's crazy. To truly get caught up, bro, that's insane. And you know, maybe it's because it's some type of like homicide investigation, but if it was just somebody doing illegal stuff on the internet, not necessarily hurting nobody, but just doing something that necessarily, you know, that doesn't necessarily abide by the law, you can be turned in from an anonymous tip, and now the police is on your ass, bro. That's a terrible way to go out, bro. That's a terrible way, man. Y'all be careful what y'all put on the internet, Chad. Word to the wise.
Unbeknownst to the police, Victoria had been planning Shane's murder for months over Snapchat with Mike. While Mike may have pulled the trigger, the messages made it clear that Victoria was the mastermind. With this new evidence showing that Victoria had conspired with Mike and encouraged Shane's murder, the detectives were ready to bring her in. Although Victoria remained arrogant, still convinced her plan was flawless, the police now had enough proof to completely dismantle her.
So, I mean, were there ever times that you and Mike talked about Shane together and that you were both upset with things you...
Yeah.
What was that about?
Just the way that he was acting and his behaviors at hand, and that if it was going to continue on, that we were going to sit down and sit there and say no more alcohol allowed in the house at all.
Mike had multiple usernames on Snapchat. Do you remember Devil Daddy 13?
That might be one.
Devil Daddy 13? That's what he out here going by? Oh my God, look at him. I told you this man was weird.
You ever remember having a conversation?
I told you he was weird. Daddy Devil 13. What? I can't even say that shit, bro. That's what you going by? Devil Daddy 13? Yeesh. What the? Yeah, bro, you're weird, dude. You're weird. Wait, wrong button. Yeah, dude, you're weird, bro.
Like about Shane when he was using that Devil Daddy 13.
Not off the top of my head.
Victoria's voice goes quiet, the question likely sending her mind racing through every conversation she had with Mike. With Victoria scrambling to collect herself, the detectives were about to confront her with every incriminating message they had.
Let's
But
get
little
into
did
it.
they know, Victoria's arrogance would persist, still believing she could walk free without facing the consequences.
Nah, baby, we clocking that tea today.
And maybe I can jog your memory too. I don't know. This is those snaps between Devil Daddy and Rebel Princess. Everything that
Devil Daddy and Rebel Princess. Oh my God, these people live in Middle America. I can tell you that. Like, what the hell? These are the people that decide to argue on Facebook and Instagram and all of this. This is who you arguing with. These are the people that don't even have profile pictures. These people are the ones that have like the anime profile pictures that just always getting into it with people on the internet. They hide behind the keyboard and they don't even show themselves. This is who they are. This is who they are. This is who the trolls are.
Get in an accident or something. So
I didn't have to deal with this crap.
But let's just read through these, Victoria.
Okay.
So cut your wrist to get caught.
It was supposed to say too much of a risk. Your dumbass would get caught.
So then, Mike.
Some days I just wish he'd get into an accident or die something. Or die or something. What the hell? Touch your wrist to get caught. Okay, yeah, too much of a risk to get caught. I don't get it though. I don't get it. This is weird. Y'all literally conspiring about murder, and y'all think y'all what, slick because it's Snapchat? Y'all think it's because y'all can't see it no more? It's gone? Come on.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, nah, bro. It ain't that simple, baby.
Responds back to you. It can be done if done right, and it wouldn't be hard to do. And then you responded back to him saying,
yeah,
not without getting caught or guilty.
And that's where I'm sitting here trying to
It's not about getting caught or guilt. So what's it about?
convince him, like, no, you're not doing this. One, you're going to get caught. Two, you're going to feel hella guilty about shit.
So then, again, like to you, getting caught wouldn't be an issue. Dylan doesn't carry guilt with me. The person has no hold on me. Mike reports back to you there's a lot of things that could be done.
So he's killed before is what it sounds like. He says getting caught wouldn't be an issue. Killing doesn't carry guilt with me. What? That's an insane person. That's Devil Daddy 13. That's who this is. That's who this is. Bro, what? We can make it look like it's done by natural causes. Are you serious?
Like natural causes based off his depression and all that's going through his head. I've done it with my dad before, not enough to kill him, but enough to get a point across and make a difference. And to the point, and if he dies, he can't defend himself. We can all say he's been acting hella different. The right story by everyone can dismiss it all, and then you say, I'd rather it look an accident. It's the only way. I'm going to keep house.
Bro. Chad, these people are grade A dumbasses. They're grade A dumbasses. These bro, this is so crazy how they truly conspired on this man. And this is who's paying her bills, G. She's trying to steal his house. She about to kill him, steal his house, his money, his cars, all of that shit. He's the one that like, bro, are you serious? This is what happens when you wake up and go to work every day? Like, this is what happens when you provide for somebody? She got a secret lover and they conspiring how to make it look like a self-exit? Like, are you serious? Like, bro, I can't wrap my head around this shit. This is actually people in the world that's moving like this, bro. This is crazy.
You're sitting here and I only want one thing from you and one thing only.
You cook.
You didn't even expect us to have those.
Exactly. You didn't expect none of that shit, right? You caught red-handed at this point. I know you probably thinking like, yeah, how can I twist this around? How can I weave my words to try to deceive these? Man, come on, bro. You are caught. You are caught. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give it up now.
Needless to say,
don't make it harder
Victoria
on yourself.
Indeed wasn't expecting this. Corporal Cox has just revealed a conversation from 2 weeks before Shane's murder in which Victoria explicitly expresses her wish for his death. Her intent is clear as day. I'd rather it look like an accident. It's the only way. Other messages, such as touch your wrist to get caught, reveal the meticulous planning that went into Shane's murder. Victoria is naive enough to try and explain the messages away, even claiming that she was actually trying to dissuade Mike from shooting Shane. But despite the overwhelming evidence, Victoria still had a plan to slip out of this predicament.
Victoria, I can tell things are weighing heavy on your mind.
There was a lot of abuse with me and Shane, but that doesn't mean that I ever wanted to leave. Under no circumstances did we plan for this to happen.
Yeah, you didn't plan for Devil Daddy to shoot him in the gut. That's not what you planned on, but you definitely planned on getting him up out of here. That's on paper, right? That's on paper. You can't deny this.
What went through Mike's head that night that it went all down, I don't know. Shane gets to drinking, he gets violent, and he gets terrifying. Now I know it's conversation, but at the tail end of that relationship with Shane, it did feel like I was trapped. That night it just went way too far.
Shane gets shot and he falls down. Who helps him? Anybody try to stop his bleeding?
No, I can't handle blood and
So you was gonna let him die. You was gonna let him die. You wasn't even gonna throw a rag on him. You wasn't even gonna try to like help him a little bit.
he wouldn't let me touch him anyways. All he did was grunt and make weird noises. You can't.
He didn't want you to touch him because you were the reason he got shot. I wouldn't want you touching me either. What the hell? You just backdoored me.
Explain that, Victoria. This is the time to tell the truth.
I am. This wasn't planned. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Except
Like
you're
this.
talking about murdering your husband with your lover. We're making this right for Shane. Shane's the victim here.
And I understand that, but I didn't plan my husband's murder.
How often have you talked about killing someone?
Oh, Lord.
No, seriously. How often have you had these conversations with people?
You're telling me that you're a perfect person and you've never done a single wrong thing in your life?
I've never killed anyone. What the hell are we talking about? I'm not a perfect person. I've never said I was. But, you know, this doesn't equal that. You feel me? I make my little mistakes. I run red lights sometimes. Sometimes I litter. I try to avoid it. When I do, I feel bad about it, you know. But I'm not eliminating people like this is fucking Call of Duty Warzone. What the hell are we talking about? Gee, my man's got shot in the stomach and he was waiting on a revive. Like that's not the same thing of bad. Yeah, bro, what do you mean? This is crazy. This is insanity. This is pure insanity. And hey, one thing I just want to point out, chat, everybody that's crazy in this whole story got dyed hair. What the fuck is up with that? I don't know what's the telltale sign about being a fucking lunatic and like at a certain age you still dyeing your hair like extreme colors, but you know it gets to a point. It just gets to a point where you got to give something up. You can't be crazy your whole goddamn life, man. This is not it. That's not the method. Get a check another way.
I have never talked about. Okay, but you've never sat there and made a wrong retort.
Remember what I told you, Shane was
A wrong retort compared to murder?
No.
And you actually said to me,
Your ass is a wrong retort. I don't fucking know.
Your husband just died. I told you that. Do you think those things planted the seed in Mike?
And it might have. So planting the seed in there, possibly. I very well might have without even intending to do so. 90% of that, yes, was smart out remarks. Can I please go to them?
I'll tell you this right now, absolutely no. Absolutely last one signed by the 5th District Court Judge.
Seriously?
Seriously. You are being placed under arrest right now.
I did not kill my husband, and that will come up, and I will sit there and make sure of it. You guys are making a huge mistake.
Victoria finally admits to planting the idea of murdering Shane in Mike's head. Unbeknownst to her, Corporal Cox has masterfully coaxed her into confessing and sealing the fate of her secret lover. Months after the murder, Victoria was finally arrested and escorted to Beaver County Jail, the same facility where her lover was being held. Mike Miller pled down from murder to manslaughter and received a sentence of 8 years to life. Victoria Worth was convicted.
8 years to life? That's... How the hell does that work? How does that work? Like I can serve anywhere between 8 years and life?
Convicted of criminal solicitation and conspiracy to commit aggravated murder and sentenced to 3 years to life in prison.
What does that even mean? 3 years to life? She got a guy up out of here. She was the mastermind and she only got 3 years, but I don't understand what's the whole 3 years to life. That seems really like strange to me. I don't really understand it. All right, Chad, give me another one. All right, this is gonna be a quick one. Nothing about kids getting hurt. Don't want to see it. All right. This is gonna be it.
Did you show someone a badge?
Oh my God, we got another fake cop.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All right, so this video is gonna be called Cop realizes he instantly ended his own career. God damn it, Chad, what did he do, man? What did he do? This is another video by EWU Bodycam, and best believe it's about to get wicked.
Did you show someone a badge? You a cop?
You rolled? Yeah. I didn't go that fast.
Hold on, no. I don't need to be here to know. That's the biggest load of bull.
Yo, this is the track mark that he made? Yeah, and talking about I wasn't going that fast. Bro, you made a whole new lane in the grass. What?
Never heard. You're driving like a dump.
On March 22nd, 2025, when police officers in Lawrence, Indiana arrive at the site of a crash, they're surprised to find that a truck has collided with a house in broad daylight. Even more shocking than the driver's outlandish explanation is the fact that he's also a sheriff's deputy.
I don't do nothing stupid.
Lies, bro, lies. Why is your pickup truck 3 inches from this house then?
Well, today's the first.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. At 4:53 p.m., police and EMS are called to the site of a rollover crash in a residential area in Lawrence.
Are you the driver?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the car or anything?
We're good.
Who else is in the car, man?
My girl. She's over there with her godmother.
Okay.
Bro, how did you do this?
Yeah, I was driving and I was trying to back up right there. I got a wallet and I lost control, swerved and hit this.
Okay. You have your license with you?
The driver is identified as 39-year-old David Hodges.
You have your insurance?
Chat, he said, wait, how did this happen? None of this makes sense. Hold on.
And I lost control, swerved and hit this. Driving and I was trying to back up right there. I got a wallet and I lost control, swerved and hit this.
Okay. You have your license with you?
The driver is identified as 39-year-old.
So he did this going backwards?
You have your insurance?
Hold on, bro. Where's this,
Bro, how do you flip your car going backwards, bro? How fast are you going? This is a residential block. It's like, bro, you shouldn't be going more than what, 30 miles per hour at the fastest. G, come on. What are you doing? But I could tell he crazy, G. I could tell he crazy because this is a black man that does not brush his hair. This is a black man that does not own a do-rag, chat. I could tell. I can absolutely tell. Look at this shit. Wait, I can't even. Man, hold on. Look at this shit. Wait till I show you. Come on, nah. You can tell he off his rocker, bro. He looking way too scraggly to know what he talking about right now. So, all right, let's just carry on.
Where's your passenger at?
She's at the house just to the east.
At my godmother's house. I'm good. Everybody's good.
I'm
just
good.
Rolled over. I was trying to back up into that spot. Lost control. Hit the curb.
He drunk.
And ended up rolling. He rolled. Yeah.
Despite David's nonchalant attitude to the bizarre situation, there's far more going on here than first meets the eye. He eventually pulls up his insurance information and hands it over to one of the officers.
Man, I love this truck. Oh my God, my baby.
Just relax, all right?
I can't. This is my favorite truck. I messed up my shoes.
It's all right. Just relax, okay?
I ain't never ever wrecked in my life. This is my first wreck.
Where were you guys coming from?
I literally just left her house. She left her ID. Backing up. Trying to turn.
Did you go too fast?
Lost control.
Okay.
Oh, he was trying to whip that bitch. That's what was going on. He was trying to do some weird ass Starsky and Hutch ass shit with this big ass avalanche. That's what he was doing. He had that, he was flooring it in reverse and tried to whip it and like what's it called? Power turn, like power slide his car around. My man was literally trying to drift a fucking avalanche, Chad. You, sir, you're a special breed of asshole. You're a special breed of asshole. No wonder you flipped that motherfucker over, bro. You're an idiot. You're a complete fucking idiot.
Already, David has adjusted his story, first saying he was trying to back up into a spot.
I know exactly what he was trying to do. I do this shit in Grand Theft Auto all the time. I do it in Grand Theft Auto all the time. The thing is, this ain't that. What the hell?
While backing up.
I ain't never in my life ever did this. I'm just trying to turn in that street. Boom, drive, go.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
What a dumbass, bro. Don't nobody believe that, G.
I'm talking about driving, about to turn.
Skirt! Yeah.
No, nothing at all? No. Backing up. So I'm driving backwards. I'm trying to turn into half mile.
Turn going backwards.
Try to turn going.
You must have been doing it fast.
You
must have been doing it super fast.
Overdid it.
He did this shit before. That's the scary thing. This is the first time he crashed doing this shit, obviously. But he's pulled this off before, Chad. From the way it sounds, this is a maneuver that he's tried and probably even worked out for him a couple of times. But bro, in a pickup truck, In a pickup truck, bro, you pretty ambitious, dog.
While heading to check David's insurance on his phone, the other officer finds witnesses to the accident.
Did you guys see the crash or anything?
I was downstairs, and I see them come flying past in reverse. Then I heard a skirt, then a boom.
Yeah, keep going.
I heard a skirt, then a boom.
Rolled over.
Yeah.
It looks like you've been in a crash. My phone will trigger emergency SOS if you don't respond.
Coming in and make sure you're okay.
Yeah. Okay. I know, we saw it.
Because this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I have never in my life, and that's on me, I've never in my life ever wrecked.
It's extremely reckless in the neighborhood to be
Exactly.
driving that way.
I didn't go that fast.
Hold on, no. I don't need to be here to know that's the biggest load of bull I've ever heard.
Hey, sir,
Look at this. Let me look at this for a minute, and with a straight face say I was going to reasonable speed.
No, I
No.
you 100%. I was like,
You're driving like a dumb. Is what you were doing.
Absolutely.
And
you're lucky you didn't kill no one. Is
Real
what
talk.
you are.
The owner of the home David struck wasn't there at the time of the crash, but 2 children were inside the house. Luckily, neither were harmed.
Bro, if my kids was in a crib, protected, safe from danger, and then your dumb ass comes flying down the street, rolls into my goddamn living room, bro, I gotta beat your ass, bro. I gotta beat your ass, G. I'm beating your ass until the cops show up. It is what it is, bro. What are we doing? For real, G. It's like you can't even keep your kids in the crib without them being in harm's way at this point. How dumb do you gotta be?
With David begin to take a turn.
Did you show someone a badge? You a cop? You a firefighter?
Sheriff badge. I mean,
You're a sheriff deputy?
David is a deputy at the Marion County Sheriff's Office.
Then you know better.
sir, when I say literally, I'm not doing nothing stupid.
No, you were doing something stupid. Look at the scene right now. You were doing something fucking stupid.
I literally never did this in my life.
I question your judgment as an officer. Yeah, you are. What's your name?
Oh, straight. She's a nurse.
David's girlfriend is currently being checked by EMS and will soon share her side of the story.
No, you need to drive straight is what you need to do.
I do.
In reasonable speed. Had you hit a kid, you'd be just going to jail.
But I've never been in that accident.
I look at this and I question you should probably go to jail anyways.
Yeah. Reckless endangerment.
Reckless
Yeah.
driving.
Like
Absolutely.
I drive careful. I got 3 kids.
Bro, you an asshole.
Carefully.
Because at any given kid, at any given time, bro, shorty ass could have been on a bike going up and down the street on a goddamn scooter or something, bro. And then you could have knocked somebody off their little scooter or something, bro. That ain't cool.
I don't do nothing stupid. I literally.
Well, today's the first.
This is my first. This is my f***ing love. You know how much I literally saved up to get this truck?
Stay right here.
Just as David's frustrations grow, the other officer returns to speak with him.
Just walk over here and talk to me in my car. Hey, so obviously I know you've been drinking today. I can smell it on you.
You know what?
Alcohol. Smell on your breath. You want to tell me how much you had to drink?
Oh my God. Nah, he do a little smell check real quick. Nah, that's hilarious, bro.
Today?
Sir, when I say I ain't been drinking to do this.
I want you to listen to me, okay? The way you answer these questions from now on is going to determine what happens from this point forward. So I need you to be honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, maybe he does brush his hair, Chad. Maybe that was just a strange angle. It looked like he does brush his hair.
To be drinking to do this, I would never wreck my car.
I'm asking you how much you had to drink today.
Sir, only thing that I drank last night with her.
Okay. So when's the last time you had a drink?
I drank last night with her.
When's the last time you had a drink? What time?
Last night?
What time?
It had to be like 2 in the morning.
If David is being honest, since it's now just after 5 p.m., over 15 hours have passed since he claims he last had a drink.
Bro, look at this man. My man's look. I don't know, man. He He look a little inebriated. I ain't gonna hold you. He don't sound like he's slurring his words and stuff, but like looking at his eyes, it's like, yeah, nah, I know that look. I know that look. I'll be looking like that look. Yeah, no, I know that look. I know that look. I can't do it now. I ain't on his level, but I know. If you know, you know.
Okay. How much did you drink?
We drunk.
Like falling down drunk?
Her head drunk. She's still drunk. Went home, came back, and I was good. But I'm not.
I'm gonna ask you to take a PBT test. You have the right to refuse if you want to. At the end of the day, understand.
You can't even answer
where we go from there
question,
is up to you.
Bro.
I just want to be legit.
I get that.
When I say I'm good, like I'm literally good.
Are you willing to take a PBT?
I'll take whatever you want me to take.
This, however, as the officer will eventually discover, doesn't quite go as planned.
I'm gonna separate you from your firearm. I know you got one on you. Just stay right there for me.
As one officer prepares the preliminary breath test, or PBT, the other speaks with David's girlfriend.
He was up there, but he backed up. But I was also in my
Function PBT,
in my wallet, trying to make sure I didn't actually see my ID in there, but I didn't see it.
Okay.
And then next thing I know, when I looked up, I felt the car rolling.
Okay.
Well, the airbag came out.
I haven't drunk today. Like, we was about to go drink. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What am I missing here? Because just driving backwards and going back, it doesn't result into this. Like
Nothing. It's fine. I mean, we didn't argue. We didn't nothing, but we don't never. I don't know. Honestly.
Real talk, the best answer is like, man, his ass just can't drive. He just a dumbass. He ain't drunk. He ain't reckless. He just can't fucking drive. He just stupid.
I don't know. Like, because I've been fine. He was fine.
I mean, he's obviously not fine.
I mean, like, he wasn't, like, irrational when he came to get me or arguing or anything with that.
Okay.
David's girlfriend is soon cleared and released without any injuries. David, on the other hand, is proving to have some issues with the PBT.
All right, deep breath and go. Blow harder. Keep on. No, you're not blowing hard enough. Deep breath in and blow. Blow hard. There you go. Keep going. There you go. Too hard.
After 4 more tries,
come on, bro. What is this, Goldilocks?
We're gonna head back to station, man. You wanna hang up? For real? Yeah, for real. You know why?
I'm not. I'm literally good.
You're not under arrest right now. We're gonna take you back to a chemical test, okay?
However, even once they're at the station, David continues to have trouble.
Deep breath, tight seal, blow till tight stop. Go. Oops.
Hey, chat. Word to the wise. They already gave him a breathalyzer test. He does not have to comply to the second breathalyzer test. No, you get one. That's it. And if you can't find what you're looking for on that test, then whoop-de-doo.
Stop. So you kind of blew and then you stopped. You got to blow. Stop. Yeah, blow steady. Deep breath, tight seal. Blow hard. Go.
Nah, because for real though, they can only use one set of data in their findings. They can't say, well, we did 2 different tests, one on this machine and he was clear, one on this machine and he was bad. It's like, nah, bro, they know what they're looking for. He obviously passed that field test, that field breathalyzer, because like they definitely would have did more. He would have been arrested on the spot. He's still detained right now. They trying to further the investigation, and actually this is a breach of the 4th Amendment. This is the breach of the 4th Amendment. They have no more rights to continue to search him. When I say search, this is still considered a search. This is an unlawful search at this point. Y'all made y'all's lawful search, and this is excessive.
Keep going, go. Nope. I don't know if you're pursing your lips or something, but blow hard. Go harder. Go. Okay.
But okay, for the off chance that they could not get an official reading roadside, then this test is applicable, I guess. It seemed like they had this whole Goldilocks situation where the first time he didn't blow hard enough, the second time he blew too hard. But like, come on, man, you need to make your equipment work. That ain't my fault. I'm not getting trained on how to blow for a breathalyzer. You get trained on how to use a breathalyzer.
No. He's playing the game. You got 3 pills. You've been trying to get in. Yeah. So hey, David, I want to be clear about this. So obviously, we kind of went through this. You've done these tests before. You've been through the academy, right?
No, I haven't done this ever.
Okay. Either way, Sergeant Heine has done a lot of these. He's able to explain the test to you in a way that you can understand it. Obviously, if you fail to follow the instructions properly, it looks like you're more intoxicated than what you actually are, right?
David is warned that if he doesn't complete the test, they'll get a warrant to collect a blood sample instead. Still, it takes a few more tries before the officers are able to get a reading.
Go. Good.
Yes, sir.
The results, though, likely won't leave David feeling like celebrating. According to police documents, the PBT at the scene had actually returned a reading, which was a .122 blood alcohol concentration, well over the .08 limit. The reading conducted at the station, however, came back as even higher at .130.
Look, see, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, Chad. I tried to give to him, but no, it is what it is. He blew higher at the station after giving time to sober up. They say your blood alcohol level should drop 0.15 for every hour. So it's like, yeah, depending on how much time he been standing out there, his shit should have dropped. But apparently he was scorched, Chad. My man's was off the rocker.
Dang, from last night?
You say, damn, from last night? Nah, bro, nah. Tell it to the judge.
Yeah. All my career was literally gone this year.
According to police documents, David was arrested for operating a vehicle while intoxicated with endangerment, operating a vehicle with BAC above .08, and reckless driving causing property damage. News sources state that following his arrest, David was terminated from the Marion County Sheriff's Office, though no other updates about the case are available at this time. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon.
Man, W video, man. W video. I think this is a whole W stream, in my opinion. I ain't getting no copyright strike for showing fruit head. I'll be damned if somebody turn me into a goddamn gusher. I think that's crazy. I kind of forget the middle of the stream, but holy shit, we actually watched a whole bunch of good shit today. I must admit, I cannot wait to run it back again to my chat. All right, so with that being said, hey, this will conclude today's stream. I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me so far, everybody that's tuned in. If you watching on YouTube, please, hey, like, subscribe, man. It means the world to me. This will actually boost me up through the algorithm, and you'll probably see me in your news feed eventually. Hey, this is going to be a channel that's going to continue to grow every single day. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. I love y'all. If y'all was watching on Twitch, hey, shouts out to y'all, because I'm keep those details to myself about how I feel about Twitch as a whole platform. Nevertheless, hey, I just want to show my gratitude for everybody that's rocking with me. I see y'all tomorrow. With that being said, hey, we're gonna play the theme music. We out of here. Nope. There we go.
Count your comments, hold your comments. F, dream chase the MMGs, stay scheming. Pop seals and pills, triple stack the bills, we jet lagging, rolling off trees. Whoa. Tell me what you need, 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 whoa. And I got pills, and I got weed. Goddamn, I need a kickstand, young nigga going on that lean. Whoa, tell me what you need, tell me what you need, tell me what you what you need. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. Just tell me what you need. Tell me what you need.
Here to heal the rap game, bitch, we at it again. The medicine man, the top right then. I might add it again. Like next time, bring some of your friends. I got hella weed licking Zans. AD to the game, feeling like a veteran man. Catch me in the sky, to shine like a pelican down. Got G's like a Letterman fam. And a team flyer, get hired in my cook on me clan. I'm featuring them. Don't ask unless you speaking them bands. Scratch that too, speaking them M. Shrooms got them creeping at his skin. Pop the molly, now she in it to win. I'm straight, I'ma stick to the end. Hold up, the goal is more bucks, provide for mine with rhymes. It's time to show up. Lines to plan, trying to shine like over before it's over. Know the world gon' know it.
I got pills, I got weed. Goddamn, I need a kickstand. Young nigga going on that lean. Whoa, tell me what you need. 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 When I got hoes, a couple fiends. They got hoes, and still they dream. So tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need.